What's up, fans, and welcome to the channel. My name is David Walt, in case you missed it. How are you doing today, by the way? It's really an honor having you watch me by this time of the day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And before I continue this video, I want to say a huge shout out and thank you to those of you who watched my last video, who commented, who liked, and who shared. The response was really awesome. Considering the fact that I never actually wanted to share that video, I was a bit skeptical, like who would really care about my lessons? And then the response was really good. If you haven't seen that video, I'm gonna put the link here, and it's also gonna be in the description box below. So make sure you watch that. Having said that, if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And I'm also gonna try making these videos weekly. I remember in the last video I said I was not going to be consistent, which I kind of like said because of the corona period. But this period, I have decided that I am going to show up every week, at least once a week, which I think I will start with that. And if anything changes, I'm going to let you guys know. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about something really different, something not commonly talked about, or should I say something not openly talked about. You know, we all have dreams, right? Especially the young adults, those who are in the early, mid, or late 20s, the hustlers gang, you know. We all have visions, we all have ambitions and aspirations that we want to achieve, right? And more often than not, we find ourselves going after these things with all our energy, with all our time, all our heart and everything, believing that they're going to come to pass, which in most cases they do, in some other cases they do not. But the thing I want to point out about this particular hustle culture is how it has a dark side that strongly negatively affects our personality and our mental health. So you have a dream, I have a dream, we all have aspirations and desires that we want to achieve before we leave this earth. Like it could be financial, it could be being a professional director like I dream about, like winning Oscars, and it could be like even being an actor or an entrepreneur and all that stuff, which is really good. Most of us have the fantasy of living the American dream. The American dream is the belief that anyone, regardless of where they were born or what class they were born into, can attain their own version of success in a society where upward mobility is possible for everyone. The American dream is achieved through sacrifice, risk-taking, and hard work rather than by chance. Well, in this context, or should I say amongst the hustlers gang, the American dream doesn't necessarily mean having to travel to America or start a life there. It's more of having to achieve something as regards to our aspirations, as regards to our ambitions. Huge shout out to Investopedia for that definition. If you actually paid attention to that definition, you will get to realize that it highlights two things, and that is location and status. If the American dream by definition highlights these two things, that means that these two things are probable factors that determines or influences one's chances of achieving success, right? True. All those motivational books that you're reading, all those motivational speakers who are talking to you, all those motivational quotes that we've been listening to or watching or getting from the internet, they don't tell you that. Most of them don't. They actually promote work, wherever you are, work. If you work hard, you know what? I think I'm done with all this motivational stuff at this point, because it started taking a toll. Because if you do not really understand the context or the detailed explanation with logical reasoning as to those quotes, as to those sayings, you're gonna end up having a very deteriorated mental health. So this one is a little bit corny. I have to really tread carefully, really carefully, but it's funny and at the same time not funny. Like I said initially, I have given up reading motivational books. I've given up watching all those motivational talks on YouTube where usually you have someone screaming into your ear. I don't know, why do you have to scream into someone's ear as a form of motivation?
I was scared of Eddie Brown and Stanley Shakespeare, the receivers that played before me, saying I didn't carry that they gave me. They gave it to me as a champion. It was my responsibility to make it and keep it that way.
Why would I be working if I'm tired, if my bones are weak, if my flesh is weak, if my spirit is even not willing at this point? Not giving up again, not giving up, but just giving yourself a break. There's a reason why we take breaks. So why would you be telling me to keep on working even if I'm tired? Like, it's at the end of the day, it makes you a workaholic. Personally, I am a victim, and I'm telling you this because people who do know me understand how much I can work. I can sit, especially if I'm editing a project or if I'm working on some particular project that I really love, not necessarily about filmmaking and stuff. I am always into it. I'm not sleeping, I'm not eating, I'm not drinking. I'm like, before, my catchphrase used to be sleep is for the weak. Really, David, sleep is for the weak. Well, please, if you have that catchphrase, drop it. It does not help, not even you. So that is how I started, living my life, sleeping less, always working. And before you know it, I started having anxiety issues. I started having depression on a regular basis. I started having this confusion, this sadness, or I don't even know how to explain it to you guys. Funny thing is that if you listen to all these people, you'll feel like you're not even working hard. They'll be like, you do this, you do it, just fucking do it. They make it seem like it's so easy, like it's so flawless, like you just do some. I mean, the way they make work sound sexy. Just put in the work. What are you doing? I'm putting in the work. I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Yes. Most people are actually in motion, but not even in action. Yes. They're just being busy. What are you doing, bro? Oh, I'm busy today. I'm working on my dream. I'm grinding. Yes. I feel you, bro. I feel you. But at the end of the day, are you being productive enough? And the funny thing is that even all those motivational quotes, especially the ones on Instagram, they use pictures of lions. I get it. We all want to be alpha, right? Or maybe they use girls in bikini. I wonder when we started degrading our ladies into being a subject of success. Like, really, I don't know, really. Yes, I guess for you to be among the maybe top 1% or whatever, you have to put in the amount of work. I think it's also right to say that you cannot compare the hard work of someone who is in one of those third world countries, maybe somewhere in Africa, who is toiling under the hot sun trying to fend for the family, with someone who is in one of those first world countries who at least they have basic amenities and infrastructure and system that supports them to easily attain success. I'm not saying that someone in a third world country cannot achieve success. No, I'm just saying you cannot tell somebody who is there that they're not successful because they're not working hard enough. Really, you cannot. You even dare not. Again, let me make it clear. There is a fine line between relaxing and working at your own pace than just being lazy. I'm not for you to be lazy. No, never. I'm just saying work and appreciate your pace. Work at a pace that is convenient for you and not what someone else determines should be your pace. When you fail to logically process all this information, you will fall into the trap. And you know what the trap is? Mental health problems. And that is like anxiety, depression, and in worst case scenarios, suicide. Listen, your mental health is something that you really, really need to guard. Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. There you have it. Mental health is kind of like the juice, the lubricant in your life. So if your mental health is deteriorated, it's gonna affect a whole lot of things. Your psychological state, your emotional state, the way you relate to others, the way you relate to things and your environment, and all these things are kind of, interconnected. So you have to really, really guard your mental health. So why would you let someone else's perception of how you should get to success or what success should be for you be a factor to deteriorate your mental health? I don't think it's worth it. I really personally do not think it is. And when you take care of your mental health, you get to feel peace, joy, happiness, and all those things starts to overflow to the people around you, to the things you do. And then you even start producing more better results than you did before. Every day, even if it's 1%, of inputs that you're putting into achieving your dream, into getting that which you really want, is okay. Okay, you don't have to put it and say put in 100%, 100%, 100. Yes, we get it, but I'm telling you, if you've read Atomic Habits, I really love that book. It just tells you little things done over time. It's actually what produces results. So while preparing for this video, I came across a post on Instagram by my friend. Her name is Anifam, and it was kind of relating to this topic, and I asked her if I could use it, and she said yes. Shout out to you, Anifam. Thanks for letting me use your work. This is what she wrote. So in concluding this video, I have put together, should I say, final thoughts on things that I feel you should always remember, and it's going to help you maintain a good and healthy mental health. Number one is stop comparing yourself with others. Yes, like I said, people's situations, people's locations, people's status affects a lot of things. So don't feel you're better than anybody, and at the same time don't feel like someone else is way better than you, and because of that you feel less about yourself, you feel inferior or stuff like that. Yes, there are people who are gonna be better than you, that is no doubt, but stop comparing yourself and be like, oh, this person is doing better than me, that means I'm shitty. No, actually you should look at those people, aspire to do like them, to do better than them if possible, but don't bring it into a comparison. This should just be like an inspiration to you, okay? Do not take it as a comparison. Number two is you should come to terms that you cannot control everything. Learn to live without having control of everything, because when you try to control everything, your outcome, and that's when you start working, you feel like, oh, the number of work I put in is gonna be equal to the number of results that I get, and when it's not, what's the word in English? When it's not stuff, but that's it. Man, when you're bilingual, it's it kind of has a problem. When it's not laughing up, you try to beat yourself up. No, actually, you should really learn to understand that it's okay. Not everything is gonna go your way, and not everything is gonna be under your control. The next one is be still, be patient, slow down a little, and trust the process. It's all about the process. I'm sure you've heard this a lot of time. The process is where the fun is. I mean, maybe not really where the fun is, but it's what you actually remember at the end of the day. Yes, you won the trophy or you achieved the dreams, but when you look back, it's not even the moment that you got hold of that trophy that you remember. It is the moment you had to wake up early. For example, if it's like a sports competition, because when I was in high school, I used to be a sprinter, and I used to win lots of laurels, but then I remember those periods not because of when they call, oh, David, I could just be here. Nah, that's not what I remember. I just remember the early mornings where my housemaster had to wake me up to go run whenever that person was sleeping, and all that. Like the process of having doubts and standing on the starting line and wondering, am I gonna finish this race? Am I gonna win it? And the moments that I actually lost, yes, because I did lose sometime, and I still came back better. Those are the memories that I really do remember, that makes me feel like, wow, it was a great journey. And even thus far, when I look back, I realized that it is not really about the things that I did. It is about how I did them, what I went through trying to get them done. Trust the process. It's going to take time. So that's it for the conclusion of this video. And mind you, I'm not forcing this ideologies down anyone's throat. If you still enjoy the motivational quotes and books and videos, please go ahead with them. These are just from my own personal experience and experiences that I've had other people share with me. So I said, why not? Why wouldn't I share it with you guys? Let's talk about it. There's a community, right? So if you have a different idea, or if you have your own story or whatever it is, please let us talk in the comment section. I'll be there. I'll be reading each and every one of them, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys. And on that note, on my Instagram, I'm gonna be posting like updates, or should I say information, more information as regards to this particular topic, probably on my stories or on the post. I'll figure that out later. So if you're not following me, please do so. I will appreciate it. Description box has the link to my Instagram. And please, if you have not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe to this channel and turn on the post notification by hitting the bell icon, and like this video, share it with your friends on your socials, because you never can tell who needs to hear this message, who is following you, or someone around you. This message might be that message that someone needs to listen to stop beating themselves up, because at some point we all have to understand that your pace is different from my pace. When it happened to your friend, necessarily doesn't mean that that's when it's going to happen to you. So understanding all that fact and appreciating yourself and enjoying the moments, the process, and trusting it is going to be a really, really, really enjoyable one for you. So until next week, where I'm going to show up once again on your screen with another video, please stay safe, stay positive, be happy, and peace. Subscribe and like and share. Oh, you can also watch the former video, previous video. Thanks for coming. Woo. Bum, 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 bum.